Hi everyone! So I decided to do a vlog instead of doing my traditional typing blog that I've done before. And a lot of it is just for time reasons. I thought it would be easier, maybe a little bit more fun to change it up, to do a video blog. I wanted to talk about my journey through the Whole30, and I started, today is day 32, so I started a while ago. But I just wanted to say how life-changing it's been for me. I've really, really enjoyed this diet change, this lifestyle change. It's been a real eye-opener. So I wanted to go back a little bit and talk about why I wanted to do this, how I felt during, some things that I felt along the way, and hopefully it'll be helpful to some of you. So first of all, my weight, I feel like fluctuates up and down, especially after the kids. Some days I'm more active. I go through seasons where I'm more active, seasons where I eat healthier, and then I don't. I think the thing that's really been helpful for me with the Whole30 is that instead of saying, okay, I'm going to try to limit my carbs, or I'm going to try to eat less sugar, you're not eating it at all. So if you get into that mindset that you're not going to eat it at all, it just works. It just works. It's a hard place to get to, and it's not anything that someone can force you to say, okay, you need to do this. I feel like for some people it may be harder because maybe they don't like fruits and vegetables as much, or there's not a lot out there to offer them. But for me, I just felt like it was a really good fit for me because I love all food. I'm a foodie. I love quinoa salads and kale salads and fruits and veggies. So I enjoy all food, which is part of my problem. But now I'm learning how to eat better for me. And it wasn't really any digestive issues that was causing me to do this. It was purely just I need to lose the weight. I heard this was a good, healthy way to do it. Sorry, my dog's going crazy over there. I heard that this was a good, healthy way to do it, so I thought I'd give it a try. So over the holidays last year, I had gained an upward of 15 pounds just between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I was really diligent about going to the gym, but I was not good with my diet, and I just packed on the pounds. I was deciding I wasn't going to get on the scale, and my justification for that was, oh well, you do body pump and you're building muscle, so you don't want to get on the scale because you're probably going to gain a lot of muscle. Well, I was also gaining a lot of fat, and I could feel it in my waistline, and my jeans were fitting tighter, and so I just was not at a healthy place. So anyways, I decided that for spring break, I wanted to look my best and feel my best. So I wanted to try this diet. And the first couple of days were really tough for me. First of all, I was getting over a sinus infection. So I had a lot of pain in my forehead and, just felt really tired. It was over a period where my husband was traveling a lot, so I couldn't sleep very well, and I was tired, but I couldn't get like those long periods of sleep that I really felt like I needed that would help rejuvenate me. And so just those first couple days were just really bad, but I stayed true to what I was supposed to. I didn't eat any sugar, I didn't do any dairy, I didn't do any of the grains that you're not supposed to do, and that's basically the diet. And there's also the legumes, or I don't know how you pronounce the word, but the beans and stuff that you're not supposed to have either, but that wasn't really an issue for me. My issue was mainly sugar, dairy, and the grains. So that was really, really tough. But you know what? Me noticing what my habits were throughout the day when I prepared the kids' food, picking up little goldfish here and there. I had to stop myself several times, from, licking the knife after making the peanut butter and jelly, or, little goldfish here and there, or just, foods that I couldn't eat. And it made me realize how much I was eating and ingesting that I didn't notice. So for me, since I was primarily doing this for weight loss, I also, in addition to the Whole30, I wanted to couple it with MyFitnessPal. And I had loaded this on my phone years ago, never did anything with it. And I decided this time I'm going to be really good with entering in all of my food, all of my exercise, so I can see how well I'm doing. I'll track my weight loss with pictures and, add my weight loss goals and so forth and so on. So I've also, with the Whole30, been coupling it with MyFitnessPal, and I feel like it's a wonderful marriage with the two of those because they both keep me on track. And for me, it was really nice to be able to do that because, if I see a diet that says, oh, you can have nuts or you can have coconut rolled dates, I'm like, well, then I'll just eat 10 of them, I'm not, conscious of how many calories is that, or maybe I'm eating too much of that salad that I shouldn't be eating, so I wanted something that could tell me the right things to eat, but also keep me on track with my calories. And, it's amazing what I learned through that, like a half a cup of cashews, is 300 plus calories. It's like as much as a whole meal. And it was so eye-opening to see, what my calorie intake throughout the day was just by doing that. So I highly recommend that to people who are primarily doing the Whole30 for weight loss because, if you're anything like me and if you feel like you want to, eat something healthy, but you have an issue with portion control, then that's something that is definitely has really helped me with the diet. So that's been really good, and just trying to come up with new recipes and really finding new ways to incorporate new dishes that are not necessarily more time consuming. Because for me, for all busy moms, you have 3 little ones, for all busy moms, or just busy women in general, busy people in general, it's hard to say, okay, I'm going to start this new diet and it's going to take all this prep time for me to make, these salads and these stir fries. And I found ways to get around that. So I'm going to post a few recipes on the blog that I thought were just wonderful. But a lot of it is just knowing, what you can combine together that's really wholesome and healthy and filling. So a lot of things that helped for me that were kind of little tricks was, and a lot of people probably do this, but like the little pre-cut stir-fry vegetables, I'd use that a ton. I'd use it for like a chicken salad, or I cut it up and put it in an omelet, or I'd cut it up and do like a shrimp stir fry one day. And all it took was just a little bit of olive oil in a pan and you're good. So, so that really helped me a lot, just doing some salads that you can mix together. What are some other things that I did? For a treat one night, I did a mashed banana, mixed with unsweetened almond butter and some coconut flakes, some coconut chips, which gave it that crunch. But there was no sweetener in it, very delicious. And of course, smoothies were a big go-to, very filling. I do have to say though, those beginning days, not only was I very tired, but my stomach was rebelling. I had lots of hunger pains. And, they say no pain, no gain. In this instance, it's totally true. For 2 to 3 days, my stomach was, crying out for something sweet. And I am convinced, I read about a lot of sugar withdrawal symptoms, and a lot of people say like your gut flora is really, a lot of it is just trained to, take in all of that sugar. And then when all of a sudden it's cut out, those, it wreaks havoc on your whole system. So, I didn't have a lot of digestive issues per se, but just my stomach in general was very hungry and very achy for the first couple of days on the Whole30. But I did find eventually that those salads and things were very filling for me. I wasn't going throughout the day looking for my next sugar, thing that could satisfy me. I felt like I was doing that a lot. You know, I'd come home from working out, doing body pump, and I'd, you know, do a protein shake. I'd do eat some pistachios. And then later on it's like, all right, well, I did the good thing, so where's my treat, you know? So I think you have to really change your mindset and say, okay, this is only for 30 days, only for 30 days. And that's all I had, you know, I had to keep telling myself that. It's like, yes, you're going to go out to dinner with friends. You're going to have date night with your husband. You're going to have temptation. Maybe you have coworkers that you're going to go out to lunch with, and, you know, you're going to have all those temptations. But if you just say, this is only for 30 days, then, you know, as you're doing it, it's way easier for you to convince yourself that you can do it, because you know it's a temporary thing. Whereas I feel like other diets are like, okay, well, you just need to cut out this forever, like no grains forever. It's like, well, that's not realistic. You know, it's okay to go back to grains, I feel like, in moderation. But I feel like this diet has really shown me that the vegetables and the fresh fruits and the good lean meats that you can eat daily can sustain you. And you don't have to go through your highs and your lows of your sugar rush that you're getting. Hi, Betty. You can eat foods that really make you full and really fulfill your body all day long, so fulfill your energy supply for all day. I felt like, you know, when I was eating the way that I was prior to the Whole30, I would just have these dips in energy throughout the day where I felt like I needed sugar to sustain me. So this has made me realize that I don't need that anymore. So not to say that I'm not going to, you know, ever drink alcohol or you know, or eat sugar or anything like that again, because I definitely will. And true confession, during the Whole30, my husband and I had our 11th wedding anniversary. So I did have a few glasses of wine that evening, and I did have a few bites of cake mixed with ice cream. So I kind of dabbled a little bit on that day. And, you know, I actually entered all of it into MyFitnessPal. And because of the activity we had throughout the day, shopping and hiking, I was still under my calorie limit, and I was still able to close out the day without exceeding my calories. So I felt okay with that decision. You know, I knew that it was a celebration time. It wasn't anything to excess. You know, we went to an Italian restaurant and I still didn't do heavy pasta and like this 1,000-calorie meal or anything like that. You know, I kept it reasonable, and I just wanted to celebrate a little bit because, you know, you know, sometimes you just get stressed out in life, and it's just nice to be able to have a glass of wine and celebrate and relax. So I wanted to take full advantage of that. So I definitely did that. So to kind of make up for that, I'm extending the Whole30 an extra 8 days because I wanted it to end right before spring break, so that I can just enjoy myself on spring break, you know, have mixed drinks and not go crazy. Of course, continue to do MyFitnessPal until I reach my weight loss goal, but, you know, start eating, you know, desserts and grains and dairy and some of those things definitely in moderation. But to anyone who's interested, you know, this is a wonderful diet for energy boost, for confidence, for weight loss, for, you know, I've felt better about my skin. I haven't had any breakouts. I just overall have felt better on this diet. So it's definitely becomes highly recommended for me. And I encourage all of you who want to try it to do so, and let me know what you think, because I'd be interested to see what you think about the diet. I've really enjoyed it. So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful to you, and good luck. Thanks.